Welcome to Whose Turn Is It Anyway, your board gaming podcast, where we occasionally attend board gaming conventions. Now, this expansion pack episode focuses on the 24-hour board game marathon, which is a charity board gaming event run by our very own Dan Apsey. If you listened to our one last year, you'll know what to expect. We've recorded little snippets throughout the entire event across the 24 hours. You can kind of see how tired the team gets as we go through. But anyway, let's jump straight into the morning of the event and let's see what happens, right?
Hi everyone, and welcome to the 24-hour board game marathon event that we're all doing. So the room is filling up. I don't know if you can hear lots of people busily talking behind me. I'm just getting ready to do my live stream of Art Society Teach. So let's hope that goes better than when I did the previous one, because that was horrific. So we'll see how it goes, I guess. So we're here with lots of the podcast guys. I can see Tambo, some of his family, obviously myself and Curly. And people will be dropping in along the way. I've seen Marcus so far. Lovely Stuart is behind the Bring and Buy sale, doing a fantastic job with all that. So, we're going to check in as we go and probably hear our voices descend slowly into madness as we get more tired as the day goes on. But, we're feeling fresh currently. So here we go. Wow. So I'm back now and the time stamp is 10:36. I've just finished doing the live stream of Art Society, which went really well, I think. I lost, but obviously that was because I was teaching and made sure I lost. And if you believe that, you'll believe anything. So the room is really busying up now. I think pretty much all of the tables have got people on them. The huge marquee is outside, ready for the tournaments to start. I'm not sure about the price of the fundraising and donations have gone up to the moment. I think it might be about £1,000, which is fantastic, seeing as it is, only just started, really. So it's doing amazingly. I would just recommend that everyone comes and enjoys himself, really. So, if you're hearing this, get it in your diaries for when it's next on.
Hey guys, it's Curly here. It's just gone 10:30 in the morning. Just started out, just played our first game, Dice Forge, really good fun. Whipped Adrian, which is brilliant.
He did, yeah.
He thoroughly deserved it because he's been very cheeky all morning. So,
oh, that's a bit mean. I have not.
Yeah.
Okay, I have. But yeah, Dice Forge, we've played it quite a few times now, haven't we? I always like Dice Forge, just the ability, just the fun of just popping out dice faces and replacing them and all that kind of stuff. I don't think I've ever won a game of Dice Forge. I think it's my hate of dice. They know that I don't like dice, and they're just like, I'm not going to roll for you what you want.
My personal favourite is you rolling the ×3 on the 4 money when you're already full on money.
Not just once, like 3 times as well.
Thoroughly enjoyable.
Yeah, no, really enjoyed it. But yeah, and then we went and had a look at the Bring and Buy, which is massive here at the 24-hour event this year. Last year it was kind of one table.
Yeah.
And that was kind of the biggest it's got. At the moment it's 3 tables, a sideboard and a small space on the ground where he's got a backup set of games.
And Stuart trying to tear out his remaining hair.
Yeah. So there's loads of good games in there as well. Nothing that I don't think I'm particularly like. I'm trying to be good at the moment, so there are a few games I could buy.
Dice Realms.
Which one is Dice Realm we talked about? But so there's a few there I could buy, but I'm just really trying to behave at the moment. But if I wasn't, there's a load of games there I could quite happily buy. The people have been pretty good with their pricing as well, it feels like. So
Yeah.
So yeah, and I bought the first lot of raffle tickets. I was stood there looking at the raffle and thought, you know what? There's quite a few games there I've already bought and sold, but there's a few games there that I really quite like. And then, just as I had that thought, they went, the raffle tickets are open for selling, so I just turned to the left and bought a bunch of raffle tickets. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same in a minute. So, spend way more money than I can actually afford, but there we are. That's what it's there for. It's all going to charity. That's my excuse anyway. So
yeah, full of energy at the moment. I think that'll change by later on.
Yeah, I've got to be honest, I didn't sleep very well last night.
I didn't either.
So the 7 o'clock waking up this morning was not appreciated, but we'll wait and see whether I can last for 24 hours. I've done it the last 2 years, but I am not feeling as confident this time round, so We'll see.
Yeah, and so what have you got up next?
So I've got a live stream of Clank in about half an hour or so.
Nice.
So we're trying to decide whether we want to do Catacombs or the base version. I think it depends on numbers and how much time we've got. So, looking forward to that. And then, Yeah, then I've got a bit of free time, but my mum's going to come down, so I'll take her for dinner, I think.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, my grandparents literally live around the corner.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I might play some games, and then when it gets to lunchtime, I might just wander the 10 minutes down the road to them and just go and see them as well, just
why
to
not?
break up the day a little bit.
Yeah,
But,
that's right.
Yeah, I'm currently looking at a stand full of sweets and chocolate as well, which is really trying.
Eat me!
Trying not to be tempted. So, yeah, so hopefully we'll report back in a couple of hours.
Yeah, we'll let you know how
we've done.
All right, thanks, guys.
Hi everyone again, so it's Becky checking in and it is now 11:40 in the morning. I've just finished playing my very first ever game of Wits and Wagers, which was on the live stream with Joel from Devon Dice Podcast, which was a really great game. I'd never played that before. Fantastic game of kind of bidding on the answer of something, but it doesn't have to be the answer you suggested. So if you know that someone might actually know the real answer, you can just kind of copy theirs, which is really fun. I can see games of Azul being played, and what's this one here? Paris. Sounds interesting. Oh no, I do beg your pardon. It's Lacrimosa, which is De Vere's new game, all about making instruments, I believe. So Adrian looks like he's doing a teach to Martin and Davey from the podcast. So they look like they're having fun. I have to say, it's a bit beige though. Anyway, I'm sure it's very exciting. What else have we got going on? So there's fantastic loads of sweets and other snacks to keep everyone going for the 24 hours. I've just bought my raffle tickets, and the raffle is looking absolutely epic, I'm not going to lie. Curly is currently playing Clank up in the live stream area, so no doubt he'll win that one. We did have a little game of that last night, and he won, not surprisingly, but I came a close second, so I was happy with that.
Hi guys, it's Chris from the Whose Turn Is It Anyway podcast. Time is 5 to 1 in the afternoon. I've just finished a lengthy game of Nemesis, of which we managed to escape quite successfully. Well, at least half of us did. So now we're going to try and find something else to play. Have a good rest of your day.
Hello, we have got JP and
Joshua.
And who is Joshua?
Me.
Thanks, mate. Joshua is my son.
No, I like board games and I like video games, but board games are fun, and I like destroying my dad because he sucks at board games.
Thanks, mate. And as you could probably work out, Joshua just likes to rib me every 5 minutes of his life.
For a 6-hour marathon.
Yeah, we're going to do as much as we can, but it is 2:15, nearly 2:15 today.
Yeah, nearly
and
2:15.
We weren't supposed to be here, were we, Josh?
No, we're meant to be on holiday.
We're meant to be on holiday. We've had some, long story short, we've had some passport fun and games, so we are now here in the UK doing some fun, and we thought we'd make the most of it and see if we can play some games today. So what did we bring with us? Do you remember?
We brought Badlands, Hokamokas, and Patchwork.
And Super Skill Pinball, I think.
Yeah, and that one.
Yeah. So we've literally just arrived. We said hello to everyone. We caught up with Curly and Bex. We went upstairs to the stream with Davey and Tambo and Marcus. They're playing Beast. And so we're just soaking in the marathon. So it's still early days. Everyone's having good fun. The sun is shining. It's getting quite warm in here as well.
The sun is shining.
Thanks, mate. So what are you looking forward to playing, Josh?
Fire Tower.
Fire. He loves Fire Tower.
When I see it, I'm going to play it.
You're going to play it?
Ooh.
The reason why he likes to play it is because he likes to destroy his dad.
No. I like to destroy my dad.
That's what I said. You like to destroy your dad.
No, you didn't. You said, I like to destroy my dad. I said, I like to destroy my dad. Two different things.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for clarifying that.
You're welcome.
So we'll probably jump on again, won't we, me and you, before we leave. And we'll probably go and play some games now. So see you later. Say bye. Bye.
So it's now 4:30 in the afternoon. Things are really busying up now. I think definitely every table is almost full. The tournament tent is really nice outside. We've just had a game of Kabuto Sumo with me and my mother-in-law, which was really fun. And what else have I played today? We were going to play Muffin Time, but we didn't actually have enough people, so we didn't play that. I'm sure lots of you are thinking, oh my God, what a load of rubbish. But I think it looks fun. And it's what I won at last year's marathon, so I thought it was fitting. But yeah, hopefully we'll get a game of that later on. Curly's been playing Clank on the stream. I'm not sure who won, actually. He didn't come down crowing, so maybe it wasn't Curly, but I'm not sure. It's very warm here, and everyone looks like they're having fun. I think what's playing around is Mandalorian Adventures is being played. Zombicide, I can see. Kabutos, everyone loves a game of Kabutos. And we played a quiz game called 10 Clues, which is a game where you ask the person next to you a series of 10 clues, and the quicker they can guess the answer, the more points they score. So that was cool. Everyone's still going strong, although I'm feeling quite sleepy now, so I might sneak off to the car for a little afternoon nana nap, but we'll see.
Hi guys, Chrissy P here. Just managed to finish a game of Zombicide, the second edition, which we managed to completely win, just like perfectly without any problems whatsoever, so that was really good. Looking forward to my next game, which I'm playing Marvel Zombies now, so a zombie afternoon for me. I'll catch you guys later. Hi guys, Chrissy P here again. Time is now 20 to 5 in the afternoon. I've just finished the game of Marvel Zombies, which we lost absolutely awfully, absolutely terrible, and we managed to survive about sort of 5 or 6 rounds and then got swarmed by about 30 plus troopers. It's a lesson in not levelling up too quickly as the spawns escalate a lot. So on to the next game. Not sure we're going to play yet, but I'll find someone around who's looking for a team member, and then we'll go from there. Catch you guys later. Hi guys, Chrissy P here. It's been a few quick fire games. It's almost 6 o'clock now, and I've just finished playing Hues and Clues, Herd Mentality, and Wavelength with a couple of friends of mine. Great games, lots of them. But yeah, so trying to find a group for someone else to play something else. Thank you very much. Catch you guys later.
And hello, it's JP and Joshua. Say hello.
Hello.
And we're back again, and it is just gone 6 p.m. and
Yeah.
we're about to leave. Joshua's needs some food, don't you, mate?
Yes, I haven't had food in ages.
He's so hungry, but now we need to get home. But yeah, we were playing a few games, right? Do you remember what we played, literally, this afternoon?
First game we played was 10 Clue.
Oh, yeah, 10... I forgot what the name is. 10 Clues.
10 Clues. I think it was just 10 Clues.
Yeah.
And then after that, someone had Marvel Zombicide, so I wanted to play that.
Yeah, so that was quite fun, right?
Yeah.
Who did you play as?
I played as Deadpool. I was murdering people.
He was murdering people to the point where he nearly died, but we managed to save you.
Yes.
And then Captain America just got eaten or beaten up because we're the zombies, weren't we? So,
yes.
Yeah. So we played that.
And then we went... What did we play after that?
We went into the marquee. So this year they've got a big marquee, and there's a lot more space for everybody, actually, which is really, really great. And the marquee's lovely and cool because it's quite a nice hot day.
Oh, and then we played... the bug game, B2 thingy.
Kabuto Sumo, yes.
Yeah.
We played about 3 games of that, and I sucked at that.
Yeah, he's very bad at it.
Very bad. And then we finished up with a game of Hogwarts Battle.
Yeah, and I was Harry. He was Hermione for some reason.
I'm not an owl.
I don't know why he picked that.
I didn't. You picked it.
No, you picked it.
You picked it.
Okay, I picked it for you because I knew you would like it.
I don't mind. Hermione's cool.
But yeah, that's all the games we played.
That's pretty much what we've done. So we left the guys. We're going to go and head home right now, and they're going to continue and soldier on throughout the rest of the evening and morning. So
yeah,
we will see you soon. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hi guys, Chrissy P here. Time is currently 10 to 7 in the evening. I've just finished playing a game of Molehill Meadows with Becky. I won. That's a miracle. Never win these types of games, but there's a little draw, little draw and write, or write and draw, whatever you want to call it. 10 minutes time is going to be the first draw of the raffle, so good luck to me. We'll see if we can win. Catch you guys later. Hi guys, it's Chris here. The raffle completed about 10 minutes ago. I managed to capture myself a copy of Catan and a copy of Aliens. So go me, not bad, for a £20 punt. I'll catch you guys a bit later.
Hi, it's Tambo here. Just checking in at, what's the time? At 9:15. I came in at about 8:30 this morning, so very tired. So the first game I played today was Nemesis with the family. And CP, Chrissy. What a great game that was. The most successful Nemesis game I've ever played. It was 5 players, and 3 of us successfully done all our missions, which was very good. Chrissy done it properly, though, as in I say properly. He got all his items. He needs 7 items and to escape, which he did. But as for me and my brother-in-law Neil, we got into the ship. We knew that 2 of the engines were probably definitely working, going by word, but Ellie, my niece, said that she's not getting off, she's going to sabotage it, so she destroyed 1 engine, and then we had a 50-50 chance that the middle engine was working, and it was working, so we ended up doing well. So 3 of us actually successfully done Nemesis. That was awesome. And then, from then I went out to play Beast with Marcus and Davey on the live stream. That was also very good fun. I thought it would probably be out an hour and 20 minutes, but we ended up being up at least 2 hours. Davey was the Beast, and it's a hidden movement game. If anyone can't remember how we described it, we have described it in the previous podcasts. And me and Marcus were controlling 3 of the hunters. And we got the Beast right at the end. It was such a tight game, very good fun. Davey ran out of attack cards, so he couldn't quite finish us off. But he was so close. We kept nicking one of his cards, like one of his attack cards, and he got very annoyed about it, but it was very tactical. On Marcus's end, that was. But I was the commander, and I did a lot of commanding, which I enjoyed. And then, so we done that, and then I played a bit of Dice Thrones with my friend Matthew, and again, I got my ass kicked, but then I ended up winning with 1 health left. I got very, 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 very lucky with the evasion tokens. That was a great game as well. And then we did the raffle. Haven't won much yet. So we've got a second raffle to do in a minute. Becky, I believe, is having a very good run on the raffle. She's loving life. Davey's won 1. Martin's won a few things. Curly's won a couple of things. I've won 1 little tiny Chinese game, a little paper one, which is cute. It's good fun. It's all good spirits. And then we played Betrayal, and we just finished that. We again a lot of emotions. I played that game with my family. We actually won it. The Betrayal was my nephew. He came close. There was 1 of us left. He killed most of us, but I won. And again, my brother-in-law Neil killed him. So we ended up winning that scenario. So yeah, been really a good adventureful day. Keep going. I should be here till about midnight. I'm not doing the full 24 hours, so I might check in again before I leave. But yeah, 6-4. So I'll check in later. Cheers.
So now it is 10 o'clock at night. We have had the first lot of the raffle, and I have to be honest, I did pretty well out of it. Not going to lie. Curly won a game called Poopy McPoopface, which made us all absolutely kill ourselves laughing, so that was really funny. There's been a huge amount of winners, and everyone's having really good fun and really enjoying the vibe of it. We just played The Chase up with Dan Apsey in the live stream room, and both me and Curly and Shelley and another girl called, I believe it was Megan, all had a go at being contestants. And it was winning overall by our chaser extraordinaire, Adrian Gibson, who did fantastically and did catch us all up, all as winners. So, right, well deserved his £50 Atomic comic voucher. So, well done to Adrian. We're not salty at all. We're very pleased for him. No, we are. It's been fantastic. It's dark outside now. I think people are still playing in the marquee, but it's a really nice temperature here today. So that's really fantastic. We've got a disco ball that keeps flashing in my eye, which is quite distracting, but that's it's adding a nice little ambience to the whole affair. The bring and buy sale was going on really nicely, and funnily enough, I won mandala stones at the raffle, and I'd just put that in the bring and buy sale. So I'm quite pleased, really, because it was a 50-50 as to whether I got rid of it or not. So it's quite nice having won the brand new copy with the expansion. So that's fantastic.
Hello. So it is 11:15 p.m. It feels like we've been here a long time at this point. I have Curly with me. It's Adrian.
Hi, everyone.
So just wanted to go through the last few hours, because it's been a little while since we did an update, and we've played quite a few games. So we played Slay the Spire.
We did play Slay the Spire, yeah. I've just got my copy turned up a couple of weeks ago. And yeah, I've taught that to Adrian. What do you think, Adrian?
Well, I've not played the computer game, which I know a lot of people you've shown it to have, and so have a background in it, and people walking past making comments, you could tell they'd played the game, but I haven't played the computer game, so I just kind of knew that it was kind of you go you sort of defeat group after group of minions sort of thing, and then defeat a boss at the end of each level, and there's 3 acts I really enjoyed it. It does a lot of the usual kind of deck builder stuff, so it is familiar, but it does it in a really nice way of making it a fairly quick. Like, it's still a long game to play all 3 acts, right? But each little section, each little boss battle or minion battle or whatever you want to call it is really quite a nice quick turnaround. You get just enough to kind of get your deck going, and then you've either defeated them or you're probably in trouble. And then you kind of move on to the next bit, right? And you get to upgrade your deck, and it was fun and just it's got a really good pace to it, is what I'd say for a deck builder.
Yeah, it's probably the lightest game that that you can really get stuck into.
Yeah.
So it's actually only for complexity. I think it's like on BGG, it's like 2.6, 2.7, something
I could imagine that. Somewhere just below the 3, yeah, I can see that.
But you can actually get pretty combo-y with it.
Yes.
So yeah, as you found, mine was a bit more straightforward, punchy in the face, and your one was a bit more subtle, shall we say.
I don't know about subtle. It was
class cannon-y and combo-y.
I played, I don't know the name of it. Was it the Warden?
The Watcher.
The Watcher.
Yeah.
So I played the Watcher, and I had this. I built it very oddly with some of the items I picked up. But basically, what I did was, I got myself down to about 1 HP, and then did loads of damage to boss guys and all that lot, which I think terrified Curly. I'll be honest.
If one of you dies, you both die. So him being on 1 health nearly the entire time was quite stressful.
But yeah, no, it was really fun. I enjoyed the combo. It was like because it's like if you do 1 point of damage and you're in the right stance with my character, you could do 2 or 3 or 4 points of damage.
Yeah.
It meant you wanted to do lots of little points, whereas you were doing like 13 at a time or like all at one go. So you could see there's plenty of different options for characters, and we handed over. After we finished packing up, Davey and Marcus said, do you want to just leave it out? And we'll play a game of it. So then unpacked it again. But I could see them playing their characters towards the end of their game, and you could see there was quite a lot of different stuff going on with their characters, and they played 2 different characters to what we played. So I would feel comfortable that if I chose different characters, I'd have a different experience in that game.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, no, I take what you say about it taking a little while. It can take maybe 3 hours between two of us.
Yeah. But that's all 3 acts as well, right? And you don't have, from what you're saying, you don't really have to do all 3 acts if you don't want to.
No, it is a little bit of a pain. Like, the setup is like 20 minutes, so you wouldn't do it in a hurry. But what you can do if you want to is save it after any point, really, but it kind of makes sense after each act.
Yeah.
So we could have had an hour or hour and a half, no problem at all, and saved it, and then you can go back to it later on.
Oh, fair enough.
So, it's just a matter of, you save your deck, you save how much coins you've got, anything like that. It is doable to shorten it down, and I think the whole experience, though, being like 2.5, 3 hours is also fine.
I think we were done just over 2 hours.
Yeah.
And one of the things I liked was every time you do an upgrade, you add a card to your deck. You get to pick 3, or you get to look at 3 and pick one of them, and the other 2 go at the bottom. And what it means is you can tailor your there's clearly several ways to build each character.
Yeah.
It might be subtle differences, but there's definitely a way to start building a character through that format. And so it was quite nice because I felt within a couple of upgrades like I'd already been able to hone my character, which again it's not always possible in a lot of deck builders. Some deck builders give you too much choice, some don't give you enough, and I felt like this was enough. Here's your 3. They all go towards your character, right? It's not a general pool. You've got a specific pool to your character, and you get to pick one of those. So it felt like that nice mix of being able to sort of have a very limited pool to pick from. So you're doing quick decisions in between each round as well.
Yeah, for sure.
And then after that, what did we do?
So, we did the raffle first.
We did.
Which I won quite a few games of varying quality, it has to be said. But I won like 3 or 4 games in that, and Becky won 3 or 4. Some fodder for the bring it by next year, maybe some of it, but other really good ones as well. I think we got Charterstone, which I'm interested in.
Yeah, that looks good.
That looks good. And I got one about fireworks. Do you remember what that one was called?
I can't off the top of my head. It's got good ratings.
Skyrocket or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
we looked at it on
looks
BGG correctly because it was one that we weren't familiar with, and it seems to have good scores on it. So that's always a good sign of things.
Yeah, that's right. So and then we had an hour of that, and then we were doing the 8 p.m. stream of The Chase.
Yes, we did.
Yes. So we had basically it's a bit of a parody of they've done a board game version of it, which follows the show pretty faithfully, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had challenges, or what are they called? The ones being chased, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Contestants.
And then the chasers. But yeah, basically what it came down to is I was one of the contestants. And I did all right. I think I got 4,000 to go in with, and then got 10,000 because I went for the higher amount.
Because Becky had been before you as well, and she got through to the final, and Shelley had as well, and she got through. So yeah, and I was tasked about 4 months ago with keeping quiet the fact that I was one of the chasers. He was like, I really want you to do this thing, but you can't tell anybody. And about a half hour before, I got asked a few too many questions and may have very slightly cracked on the fact that I might have been one of the chasers.
Yes, I had a pretty good idea.
But yeah, it was one of those where I'd been asked to be quiet, and I was like, yeah, go on, and I'll be quiet about it, and then I'll be the chaser. But it's not something I feel like I've got good knowledge of board games, but not something I would naturally go towards, is doing that kind of chaser role of answering the multiple choice questions and especially the speed round at the end. I did pretty well, I think. So
yeah, very well. So basically, long story short, I knew I was in trouble as soon as flipping Adrian said he was going to be doing it, because he knows loads more than I do. Let's just say I'm more interested in playing a board game than I am in anything to do with board games, really. So yeah, for sure. But long story short, we got through to the final round, me, Becky and Shelley. We did quite well, I think. Especially Becky, wow.
So the first sort of 5 or 6 questions, I think you only got one answer right in like the first 5 or 6, and I was like, you guys are in trouble. Like, in the nicest sense, like I think most people could beat you if you'd only got like the way you were performing at the start.
Yeah.
And then suddenly there was just a run of questions where Becky just absolutely
on fire, right?
Smashed it. I don't know where that came from, because she was looking really nervous in the first bit, and then suddenly just one after the other, she answered them, and I was genuinely, I don't particularly like those kind of quick fire questions. I don't ever feel like I'll ever do very well at them. And yeah, so to have kind of that as a thing, and then to watch Becky rack up all of these questions, and it was 16, I think it was.
16, that's right.
To catch you. And I had, obviously you play along while the other team are doing their thing, and I was like, okay, I've got 2 of those wrong, and that would give you 2 pushbacks, doing the chase format and all that lot. And stepped up, very nervous, but yeah, I managed to do it with quite a bit of time
left.
With
about 23 seconds left, was it? Something like that.
Middle of 20s, certainly.
So he did it with plenty spare, but yeah, he deserved it. He did really well. He's making out like, I don't like these quick fire questions.
I don't.
He smashed it.
I did.
We didn't even stand a chance.
I was so smug afterwards because I was particularly happy with my performance, because I expected myself to do really badly. I was genuinely dreading it. And I said to Dan at the time, was there multiple chasers? He said, yeah. I said, okay, cool. And then I don't maybe have to worry too much about doing the end one.
Yeah.
And then because I did so well out of the chasers in the first half, he's like, oh, you'll be the main chaser. And I was like, oh no, so nervous.
I knew we were in trouble. To be honest, I'd have been fairly confident.
Yeah.
If it wasn't you.
It was just, so I was very happy, probably a bit too happy afterwards, if I'm honest. But
oh, you're allowed to gloat a little bit.
So we did that, and that was great. And then you guys stayed on a little bit afterwards and played Igloo Pop.
Yeah, I love Igloo Pop.
I love it so much. When I first saw it, like a few years before we saw it at GridCon, right? So we first saw that game at GridCon. Joel bought it along, and I'd seen it a couple of years before then, but it's so out of print. Getting hold of it to even try it was a bit like, I don't know how, like, people keep rating this game and yet it looks like it's not much of a game. I love it. And
Becky's been trying to make it for the last 2 years, but I mean, with varying amount of motivation, I will say, but I reckon she'll do it eventually.
Yeah, it's such a simple game, right? You put basically a container up to your ear that's got several, like, whatever they are, several like beads or something inside them. You rattle them, and then you kind of take a guess at how many there are, and different cards are more specific, and the more specific they are, so if it's like, I think there's 4 in this one, it might be worth 3 points. If you think it's 4, 5 or 6 and you get it right, it's only 1 point, because you kind of and it's surprisingly tactical for a game that's about rattling like plastic igloos.
You all
in
look
your ear.
really stupid because you're there like with igloos, like just shaking them next to your ear for sort of 30 minutes, but it is good fun.
But so I was a bit gutted because you had enough people, and I was like, to be honest with you, I'm feeling a bit knackered now anyway. I might dive off. But if there had been space, I'm sure I'd have found
There was one space.
Oh, was there? I thought you guys had filled up.
No.
I was like, I'll disappear then. Because I needed food. I hadn't eaten from like 11 till like 8:30, it wasn't it? Or 9:30, wasn't it, when we got out of there?
Yeah.
So I hadn't eaten that whole time, and I was getting a bit hangry, if I'm honest. So I was like, right, okay, let's do that. And then we had the second half of the raffle.
Yeah, second half of the raffle. I think Becky won a couple of crackers, actually. Like I said, Charterstone came in the second half, and I'm interested to give that a go.
Yeah.
But yeah, apart from that, I think Tambo won Flick Fleet.
Flick Fleet and Starship Captains, which Flick Fleet, JP will tell you, and I think, Curly, you've had a few attempts at Flick Fleet or whatever.
Yeah, I love Flick Fleet.
And have really enjoyed it. And I've played Starship Captains a couple of times, and while I think if I was to buy it, I would say it's a little bit overpriced. It's a little bit much for the length and the complexity of game. I think they've overproduced it slightly to make it's a bit more expensive than I would like.
Yeah.
But to win it, man, I'd love that game. If I'd won that, I'd be really chuffed with that. So I'm hoping. I think Tambo is as well, which is good.
That's good.
And we all did fairly well. Like Chris P, he got a few games out of it.
Well, he got one of the puzzle cubes.
He did, yeah.
Which I saw at the UKGE. One of the guys sitting next to us when we were in the open gaming was doing a puzzle cube, and it looked really interesting. Like, too tough for my brain. My brain would have melted, but he looked like he was having a really good time. It's the type of thing that Becky would absolutely adore.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll save out for next year's birthday, dear.
Yeah, and I won a couple of games. Well, I won 2 games, one of which I donated, so I put back in the raffle. And the other one I hadn't heard of before, but again, it seems to get fairly good ratings on BGG, and there's a couple of people around the room that said, oh, it's pretty good, we've played it before. It's an abstract. It looks like a sort of a Zool-y, sort of abstract-y kind of game. I can't even remember the name of it now, but it looked good. And then I also won like a hand-drawn painting of a deer that's made up of other
really
animals,
interesting.
which looked really nice. And I think it comes in a little frame, but I might just reframe it and get it somewhere nice because it just looked really really nice. So,
I won a poo.
You did win a poo.
Yeah, what is it called again?
I don't know. It's called Poo.
It was Poo McPoo Face or something.
Something like that. It's a little card game that's in a plastic poo.
Yeah, it was funny. Made me laugh anyway.
What I loved was the number of times you guys went, oh, that'll be something you can win, and then you would win it. Or let's not win that because we've just got it at home.
My very favourite was Mandala Stones came up, and Becky has got a copy of Mandala Stones in the Bring and Buy. And then they announced it. I said, darling, that is yours. And Becky loved Curly. So then she had to go up and get the game she's already got in the Bring and Buy. I said, oh dear. But she did say, I got the expansion, I'll keep it now. I'm like, oh, well, there we go.
Oh, no.
She actually sold her copy in the end, though.
Oh, did she? That's good. That's good. But yeah, I'd say there's plenty of people walking out with prizes. Again, the prize pool was, I think, last year looked a bit skewed because you had 5-6 copies of Frostpunk just sat on the side. But there's definitely a lot more prizes in this one. I don't know, they weren't quite so many big prizes, but there were definitely a lot of to split it over 2 hours, right, means that there was much more than last time.
Yeah, for sure.
And there was a lot of really good stuff in there as well, and lots of Becky won like a set of D&D D20, and I know why you guys don't play D&D. They were a really nice set of dice, like really sparkly in a nice little case and all that lot. And there was like 9 sets of that up there, and I think if I remember correctly, they're about 15-20 quid at the expo. So, again, if you've bought a few tickets and win one of those, you're probably pretty happy with the result of it. If you play,
definitely.
If you use any kind of reason to have a D20 or D&D
what I like
set.
about this raffle more than any others, really, is the fact you can always just offset and just say, well, if I didn't win anything, it was for charity anyway. So
that's all.
It was just like, I was thinking, like, should I donate? And I was like, well, why would I donate when I might win a prize out of it as well? So, that's how I justify the rather exorbitant amounts I put into the raffle most years.
Yeah, I was very well behaved this year. Didn't put anywhere near as much as I normally put in the raffle.
But what about the kids, Adrian?
I donated.
What about the children?
I donated a load of games. I've donated stuff, paid for me tickets, all that lot, right? So, and last year,
whatever.
Get out of it. Last year, I put in probably way too much into that raffle, like much more than I had originally intended to. So this year was a bit more well behaved, and still managed to come away with a couple of prizes. And I didn't make my money back, but again, as you say, it goes all to charity, right? So
that's it.
You kind of feel some warm and fuzzies for having done it.
Anyway, still going strong, I guess, for the moment, for myself anyway. Got a couple of plans. They're trying to persuade me to play Scythe at 3:30 in the morning.
Nope.
So I don't know. We'll see about that. Otherwise, I guess find a game for now. I'm sure I'll be able to find something in a minute with someone who's available and see if we can see out to at least Scythe and see how I feel, I guess.
Yeah, I'm calling it again. I don't have the convention stamina that half the group here does. So, like last year, I called it about midnight last year. It'll be about the same. It's 11:30 now, so it'll be about the same. I've sold a bunch of stuff in the Bring and Buy, so I'm just cashing out. From my winning the chase, I've won a little prize amount from the local shop. board game shop, so I'm just going to spend my money there, and and that'll be me gone, I think. But I've had a blast. I haven't played as many games this time, but you know what? I've had a great time. What I will say, and I'm sure we'll talk about this a little bit more at some point, is this year we had the outside tent. So if you came last year, you'd remember the long rows that were quite packed together with all the tournaments and all that lot. This year, what they've done is they put the tournaments out inside this massive marquee. It's huge, and it was really cool out there for how warm it is in here in the main hall.
Yeah.
But it gave everyone so much more space, and I think it's a great choice. I know they're not doing the marathon again next year, and they're going to come back bigger and better the year after. But I think this was a great choice for this year. Was put the tournaments outside under the big tent. It was more than suitable, and then give the gamers the space in here.
I think they are doing the mini marathon in the place same time, right? So they'll be doing the same as what we did in January this year, right?
Yeah, I think we've got 2 mini marathons, haven't we, next year? So there's still plenty of chance to game and plenty of chance to raise a bit of money and all that. Like, it's just not quite the grandiose scale that the 24-hour is, because the 24-hour is a bit of a different level to the 12-hour marathon, isn't it?
For sure.
So that's me officially tapping out. But I can see lots of games still going on, and you guys still seem to be going strong, most of you. So
definitely.
I'll keep my fingers crossed for you.
Thanks, mate. Much appreciated. I'll speak to you all guys soon.
Cheers.
Bye.
Hi, so Tambo checking in at 1:30, and I am one tired bunny. I am shooting off now. I'm not staying full 24 hours. Just to correct, we did the last half of the raffle. I'm well happy. I won Flick Fleet, which was amazing, which I really wanted. And I also won Starship Captains, which is one of the games I really want to try and own. So I'm well happy. So that the raffle was a good result for me. And we just played Outer Rim with my nephew and Chrissy P. And good game. I didn't do very well. I only got to half fame. You have to get to 10 fame and then do all your ambitions. And I did most of my ambitions, but didn't get to 10 fame. Only halfway there. Chrissy was nearly there at the end, and there's a bit of a race with Josh and Chris. And Josh just did an amazing run at the end and ended up winning it with 12 fame and doing all his ambitions. Actually kicked ass. So fair play to him. So that was it. Like I say, that's it for me. All signed out, and hope all goes well. Catch you all later.
Hi guys, it's Chris B here. Just finished an absolute mammoth game of the Outer Rim. Took roughly about sort of 3 and a bit hours. I got pipped at the final post by Tambo's nephew Josh. I just needed to get to the nearest rebel ship and then resolve a series of cards, but fortunately I was a bit arrogant in the late game and wasted a bunch of turns just trying to do a goal, which I basically had no chance of doing to begin with. So yeah, no worries. I'll give you guys a time update. Currently, it's 20 to 2 in the morning, so a few more hours to go, so we'll catch you guys later. Hi guys, Chrissy P here. Time is 5 minutes to 4 in the morning. We are getting closer and closer with every passing minute. Just finished a game of Fallout with the full co-op expansion. Great game, lasted about an hour and a half, 2 hours. So actually quite a quick game, to be honest with it, but luckily it was just the 2 of us. So yeah, really good fun. Trying to find another couple of games. I have drunk many cups of coffee and trying to last the last few hours, so hopefully I will finish this up. So I will see you guys later.
It's 4 o'clock. I've been sleeping in the car, sort of sleeping in the car, because I just couldn't do it anymore. But I had really good fun, and everyone has been great, as always. Words are failing me now, but I can't wait till we're back next time. And I left all my food at home, and I'm sad, because I was searching for chicken in the middle of the night, and there wasn't any in the car, and I thought there was. But, you know, you can't have everything. They're all laughing at me, and it's not fair. Be nice, people. I'm not myself right now. I had no chicken. Yeah. Bye.
Right, hey guys. Just after Becky's won, 4 o'clock in the morning. I think we're pretty much the last people standing. We've got Joel and Marcus, friends of the podcast, here. Hello. But apart from that, I think pretty much everyone else has gone, so we're going to call it a day as well. I've just finished up another game of Art Nova, which is a really good game. Won by 3 points, so yay!
Well done.
Gonna call it a night, drive on home, and then hopefully be up at a reasonable time tomorrow. So
I won't be.
I'm afraid, man down. Right, good night,
Night,
everyone.
everyone.